यदि यदाचरति श्रेयान् इतरस्ततत ईहते स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकसत् अनुवर्तते. The mass of people follow the example of a leader in the society and imitate his behavior. They accept as evidence whatever the leader accepts. Now first you have to understand what is the leader. The difference between manager and leader. Manager means, general who can organize certain things. Leader means something different. It is only by spiritual development somebody can become a leader. Okay? Management skills is not something very big. Anybody can have management skills and manage a place. Correct? It doesn't require a leader. So leader is necessarily not a manager. Leader is personally who people, it's a voluntary thing. Naturally, the people accept him as somebody whom they want to become, or whom they want to be under his shelter and guidance. That is actually a leader. And Prabhupada always emphasized, in my movement, don't bring material leadership. It is spiritual leadership. You understand? Materially, anything is there. It's not very important. What I want in my movement is that people should spiritually develop, and then all other leadership qualities will automatically come. There is no need of extraneous efforts to bring that out. Our basic leadership is spiritual. Manager is a separate issue. Managerial thing, you can even read management books and you can figure out some more techniques of management, correct? Better techniques of time management, fund management, resource management, correct? That is all going on. But society, the unfortunate part is not able to create proper leaders. There is no proper leaders. And in that unfortunate situation, what should not be the leader? Because vacuum is there now. There are no fit people to be the leaders in the society today. So people who are not fit, they have occupied that space. Because some people like to, they want kind of an idol. Everybody wants. Some they want an idol whom they can follow, who gives them a perfect example. This is the nature of the society. But they are having wrong leaders today. So again, when I say wrong leaders, it may not be the Prime Minister, President of India. That is not I am asking as a leader. They are managers. Somebody who people really idolize. I want to follow him. Naturally. Okay? Somebody may have a very good management capacity and he can be a very good, we can say, he can be a very good manager of the country also. That's fine. But leader. And naturally people respect him. They want to imitate him. They want to follow him. Correct? That is what is needed. It's a society. And Prabhupada is, so people do not know even the criteria how to choose a leader. So for that, people have to first know what they should aspire for. If they know what they should aspire for, then they will look for a correct leader. Janma Sharya Shuta Shivi Edamana Madhapuman. These are not the things to be intoxicated with. People are generally intoxicated with great parentage. I am born in this family. I am born, I have so much money. Shruta, I am so learned. Shri, I am so handsome, I am so beautiful. Then these people are unfit to even select a leader. Therefore, the whole political process today is absolutely not working because people do not know how to select a leader. Sometimes in a Vedic culture, people on mass was not allowed to vote. Voting was there, but not for mass. What mass will choose? They have no capacity to choose. Voting was there from higher section of society, from the purified people. They will choose. You should be qualified to make a judgment. There is a shloka in the Bhagavatam, very nice, which says something very interesting. Swavidvara ustara kare samsutah purusha pashuhu nayat karna patopetu jatu nama gada grajaha. It says, if somebody accepts a leader which is not a Krishna conscious personality, then we can know the nature of the person who selected the leader. Only 4. Your whole society is only 4 kind of people. Swa means dog. Why dogs? Because unless they get job, they will die. Unfortunately, we are dragging everybody into this nonsense education. So much they are giving glorification of this education. Actually, Prabhupada used to say it is an absolute nonsense education. Not even a person knows who is he, what is God, what is the purpose of this education. Simply drama going on. And not only that, the big joke is this: unnecessarily they give a ahankara of some degrees to people. And the person, because of that, sits unemployed at home. And even though actually any person, not only in Mangalore we feel, any part of India, if he is ready to work, there is no question of his starvation, no question of unemployment. Work is there everywhere, correct? There is no labor available for farms all over India. Not only it's in Mangalore, it's a national phenomena. There is no people ready for so. Because why? There is free education in government schools. I'm not saying that is wrong. Even that is not wrong to learn certain things. There is nothing wrong. But the ahankara that you give him because of the degree. Now I want a white collar job where I have to sit, make some signature. That's all. Stupid it is. Anybody can earn actually life. You know, more proper is to joke. Go to the wholesale market, buy 500 rupee vegetable. You can sell for 750,000 rupee in the house to house if you go. They'll give you better rate than that. It's not very difficult. Anybody can live. Living is not such an issue. We have created a civilization of lazy bums, that's all. Such lazy people who do not want to work. So after that, then there is a really problem. When the people are idle mind is sitting, then the devil's workshop will come in. Their mind will go crazy, over everything. They throw tantrums, and they make whole society hostage to their, just like tamasic people. They cannot act soberly. You cannot talk reason to them. Actually, they deserve only a danda. But they go mad and they disturb the whole society. Nobody can do anything constructive when people have gone mad. A few mad people can, harass the whole situation. So therefore, first thing is swa, dog. That's all society. If you are educating somebody, education should be such that he can live independently after that. That is the Vedic system. In a Gurukul, everybody's children come. And when he comes, the Guru used to be very powerful. He can identify right away what kind of training I will be able to give. Or this child, he may be son of anybody. He may be son of a king. He is a Shudra. Take him back. He cannot be educated. This person has no control senses. Education makes a person sober, shan. What is this education? We are creating such adhiras today, correct? Slight agitation of the senses that jump like monkeys. What is this education? This is not education. We are wasting your time. Rather, such education becomes more dangerous because the person can cause great harm. We should never educate a person who is adhira. Never. Because of whatever learning he gets, he will take advantage of society and harass the society. Correct? Suppose you teach a terrorist, whole world is now panicking if the terrorists come to know how to make a nuclear bomb. Because we know they have no sense. They go to marketplace and throw a bomb. Nowadays 150, 200 people die. If they come to know some bigger bombs, then 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, millions will die. Correct? So we don't want to teach them, no? So similarly, what is the purpose of teaching a person who has no qualities? Qualities come when a person is ready to follow some principles. And the 4 principles we have been talking: no intoxication, no gambling, no meat, no illicit sex. If you cannot follow these 4, you are not a human being. You have to be given the lowest state in the society called Shudra. It's not by birth, it's by your inability to follow any principles. And then after that, the rule for a Shudra is he is given employment, labor. Labor is for Shudra, but he should not be given a salary. And what we are creating today, educated labor. All the schools and colleges, tamasha they are doing is creating educated labor. Now come back to the Vedic setting. Try to understand. A Brahmana is taught into the Vedic literatures. That is where the best intelligence should be applied. He has only 6 activities. Pathan, Patan, Yajana, Yajana, Dana, Patigraha. He's studying the Vedic literature, teaching the Vedic literature. He worships the Lord, teaches people how to worship the Lord. Okay? And he accepts in charity because he has no salary. I told you, no salary. But if people give out of gratitude something, he takes. He's not asking. Never asking. And if he lives a very simple and life, if anything more than what is there, he gives back to the society. He doesn't keep to himself. Very simple, pure life. Even though he's the most intelligent person in society. So automatically he used to become a leader of the society. What you're talking. They were the real leaders. Then next, Kshatriya were also leaders. Why Kshatriya were leaders? Because they were also following. They were also Kshatriya. They used to see that no innocent person in his kingdom is given a harm, is injured, is harassed. Therefore, he was natural leaders. He used to be very careful to see that Brahmanas, the saintly people, the old people, children, women are all given, and even are given complete protection. Correct? Even animals are given full protection. Prajapati. So then he was also a natural leader for the society. Correct? Then Vaishyas, they were also leaders in their own way because they used to give employment to the Shudras. They were leaders for Shudras. So that is how it was organized. And all the 3 sections, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, were not working for anybody. They were independent. Brahmana is not working for anybody. He is reading Vedic literatures. He is studying, teaching. Sometimes even kings used to call, please give us some guidance, how to rule. He will give some guidance. He is not taking anything. Something comes, Dakshina take. Otherwise, he is going to live very simply. No problem. He will not beg. He will die. He will never beg. If Dakshina comes, that's fine. Somebody out of gratitude says to give something, that's fine. Otherwise, it's fine with him. So Kshatriya was also a leader because he was ruling some town or a king or a city, or a country. So he was also a ruler. So he was also not working for somebody. And Vaishya, he had his own independent business. He was also not working for somebody. Kalava Shudra Sambhavaha. Kalyuga is a joke, is a civilization of Shudras. They can't live without working for somebody. They can't live. And they don't feel ashamed also. Suppose you had your own business. Tell you work for somebody, you'll not work for 5 minutes. Because you have to hear all tantrums. You say, I have a Gaur Purnima, I can get holiday. No, you cannot get, you have to come. They'll not allow you. That crazy fellow you have to follow. And sometimes he will say no, sometimes he will shout for no purpose. You have to listen. It's like a business of a dog. How nicely it is there. And today they are so proud. I got job in Infosys, I got job in Bull, I got job in HP. You are a dog only. Just like a dog in the street. Unless it has a collar, it has no value. Therefore, many times, not everybody gets jobs because there is how many people you can artificially create a civilization. So what happens that many will be unemployed in big number. Then the Prabhupada says, it's just like outside the house you go and move your tail. See, my tail is like this. And that's why we look at the dog. Small dogs comes outside the house. He tries to say, see, my tail is like this, my leg is like this. Please accept me, give me. And you put a collar and keep him. And he becomes a, humble servant. That's all people do. What they do, go for job interview. They go with their profile. See, my ear is like that, my bark like this, my tail is like that. And they ask, will you work? I'll work very sincerely. Please give me a job. They're dogs only. We are creating dogs in the society. And people feel ashamed. When we say, what are you doing? I work for Krishna. Huh? And they feel ashamed. They feel ashamed to work for Krishna. And they are shameless to work for some ordinary idiot. That is how the society is. So this is the nature of the modern society that is not able to create actually any leaders. Only educated labor and pure labor. That's all the society is creating. And then they say the people are starving. Why they are starving? Enough work is there. Ask anybody. There is no labor available in any farm in India. No labor available for any factory in India. No labor available for anything. Correct? Because everybody is educated with the wrong value system. Education is also Shudra education. At least teach them properly, no? And they will not. They will give some pride. You are now labor, but you are a educated labor. So you cannot do ordinary job. You will not do. But the realities are also different. Recently in UP, there was a job for a sweeper, government sweeper. And there were people applying who were B.Tech, M.Tech. Such a joke it is. In Hyderabad, it is very common. You go to any bus, all the conductors are having engineering degree. What engineering they use in that, we don't know. Such a thorough waste of public money. Correct? Because most of the places, the education is supported by government. Thousands of millions of crores are spent. For what purpose, actually? See, when I am going to be a conductor, why I need to become an engineer? What is there you have to learn engineering in that? Nothing you need. And actually, they don't learn also anything. Learning requires Sattvaguda. Only in Sattvaguda you can have real knowledge. So why is it that the people are not able to learn? Because they are in lower modes. Tamoguda means the people are indulging in complete lethargy and even sinful activities. Rajoguda means they are living with the intense desire for sense gratification. So what we can educate these people? Nothing can be educated. Therefore, they can only learn how to bend an iron. You give them the knowledge that we are not body, we are spirit, soul, we live a pure life. They cannot understand. You need brain substance to understand this. Correct? Drunkards, woman hunters, they cannot understand this knowledge. Living a pure life, trying to understand the Vedic literatures, you cannot. You cannot understand unless you live a pure life. It is not possible. So sometimes people used to come to Prabhupada, can you explain me what is God? Prabhupada used to laugh. He said, it's not a 5-minute job. It's not a 5-minute. You have to live a pure life first to be able to absorb this knowledge. You have to live a pure life. Then you will understand. It is not just self-realization is not just an academic activity. You have to live by the principles that you are understanding. Then you will understand. It's a revelation. But only to the heart which is pure. So one side we are reading, but when you follow, you can, just like in Bhagavad Gita we see, we are not body, we are spirit, soul, the first knowledge. And all these educational institutions, they don't even teach this knowledge. What are they doing actually? They say knowledge is power, work is worship. Nonsense slogans, that's all. Not 1 gram of knowledge is taught. Somebody should have, no? If you have, you can give something. When you don't have, what will you give? It's a very, very unfortunate situation. And all people, billions and billions of children are sent to this, institutes of ignorance. And people come out even more ignorant. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Jada Vidya, this material education, Mayar Andhakara. It is just pushing people more inside darkness. A normal man is ignorant, that's fine. But somebody is ignorant, you give him pride, it is still worse. Correct? And still worse is to consider ignorance as knowledge and knowledge as ignorance. That is the worst situation that is happening in the society. It's a philosopher's statement. To not know the truth, is it bad? Correct? But the worst condition is that untruth you know as a truth and truth you know as an untruth. That is horrible, and that is what is happening. This is what is happening to the so-called educated people. If you bring them the Vedic literatures, they immediately make a statement, mythology. From where they get the idea this is mythology? It's not mythology. What is the statement now? Whatever the leaders do, common men follow. Correct? So common man, they have a weakness. They are not able to discern, discriminate things on their own. They just therefore like to follow the leader. Correct? Somebody they can trust is whom they want to follow, whom they feel as an idol, they just follow. And because we have a society of dogs, hawks, so Vidvaraha. Vidvara means pigs. Why it is said pigs? Because pigs eat anything. People have no discrimination today. You give them meat, they will eat. You give them halwa, they will eat. No discrimination. They have come down to the level of a pig. Human beings should have discrimination. What is sattvic ahara, what is not sattvic ahara. There is no discrimination. So with varaha, ustara, camel. Camel means it will drink its own blood. So when you indulge in sinful activities, it is like drinking one's own blood. Correct? It's a big detail, but we cannot go in full detail in public class. Sinful activities means drinking one's own blood. One is spilling one's own blood. Correct? So camel, what it does in the desert, when there is nothing to eat, bite thorns, and it drinks its own blood, thinks it is a delicacy. Correct? Such fool he is. People are also like that only. So-called educated people. Drinking their own blood. 99% of them drink liquor. They are drinking their own blood. Correct? Maybe 70-80% of them smoke. They are drinking their own blood. In every angle you see, people are drinking their own blood only. What is the purpose of this? How intelligent the person is. Suppose somebody is cutting his hand, drinking his blood. Say, my God, isn't he mad? True. As these people, what leader they will accept? Another big animal like that them only. Swa vidvara ustara kharai. Kharai means ass. Ass means you tell this joker that please every day sit and read Bhagavad Gita for half an hour. No time. No time. Because why? He's an ass. Ass with a donkey. Donkey means he will work 24 hours. He has no time for spiritual life. You tell people, why don't you chant Hare Krishna mantra? Please organize your life. You can chant 16 hours. No time. Because why? He's an ass. You tell read Bhagavad Gita. Why? No time. Why? He's an ass. So what you can do to an ass? Ass will be ass. So these four kind of animals, Swa means dog, Vidvaraha means pig, Ustara means camel, and Khara means ass. What they will select? They will only select as a leader another big animal only like them. And that is the nature of the modern society. So Prabhupada is saying, very unfortunately, that Krishna conscious movement is saying this is a very unfortunate condition, that is ISKCON or Krishna conscious movement is offering very valuable services to society, giving them spiritual knowledge, but nobody is understanding. Nobody understands that. Nobody is appreciating, nobody is understanding, nobody is supporting. Correct? Nobody. True. Prabhupada says it's a thankless job to teach the society this thing, but we continue. We are not going to play to the gallery. If you ask public what we should do, they will ask us open an old age home, open an orphanage, as if this is the work of spiritual life. What is spiritual about this? It's a material work. Government should do or you people do. Why you are asking us to do? Our focus in society is to give spiritual education to the society. Correct? That is our focus. But people will not understand. Why? They are animals. What animal will understand? You go to a dog and teach him, you're not body or soul, can he understand? So people are on the level of dogs and hawks. What they will understand? They cannot. Recently one of my classmates died, I was telling. Every day saying rip, rip, rip. Such nonsense it is. How can soul have a rest? What? Rest. Let his soul rest. How can soul rest? Soul is active even in dream. How can he rest? Soul cannot rest. No knowledge. And they say soul. Can you explain then what is soul? We can proceed now. That also no interest of knowledge. So in this, what you can educate the society in this condition? Very difficult. Okay? But therefore, still on the order of the Acharya, because Acharya is very compassionate, that if people are suffering in ignorance, we should make an attempt. Okay? And actually Krishna consciousness will only make real leaders in the society. And people today don't have wrong leaders. People have today wrong leaders. Our leaders are great acharyas. Like Narada, Lord Chaitanya, Prabhupada. These are all real leaders. Prabhupada means a real leader. Lot of Prabhus are taking shelter at his lotus feet. That is a real leader. Take care. But people's leaders today are some film star, cricket star, such jokers, drunkards, woman hunters, such third-rate, low-class people. They are the leaders. So what kind of people they are, we can also understand. You can know a man by what kind of leader he is having. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.